OMG. Sorry, you guys. I am back. I am gonna have to like redo my whole description box, and then I had to go live on YouTube instead of StreamYard. I have no idea what happened. I was trying to fix my echo, and then it just closed out the whole thing. So I have no idea what happened. Um, but I will have to update the links and everything like that in this new one. But hey, everybody, I appreciate you guys. Oh my gosh, happy Monday. Okay, it's a lot going on. But what I was saying was, before I was so rudely interrupted, um, basically, housekeeping rules. Okay, so here on my channel, via lives, I don't particularly get straight to the point. I do chit chats, I do, story times, whatever the case may be. I say hello to everybody who is here because they can be anywhere else and they decided to be here with me, and I appreciate it. So that's just what we do here on my lives. For this particular project, I do have a pre-recorded video already that is on my channel. So if you are interested in a video that kind of more so gets straight to the point, then head on over to my channel and you can see that pre-recorded video. Okay. Again, sorry I am late, you guys, because again, my son plays competitive baseball, and his travel ball has started. And if you guys have been with me for the last like year, maybe a little bit longer, maybe 2 years, y'all know during the summertime, during baseball, Monday nights kind of get a little shaky. Sometimes I have to go live on different days. Sometimes I have to go live like earlier in the day. They decided to have a parent meeting today at 6:30, so that's what held me up. Technically, actually, his season today was the first day of the season, and they had a game today at 6 o'clock. But our team is running a little bit behind, and they didn't have their uniforms, so we had to reschedule this first week of baseball. But yeah, so if it turns out that he does have games on Monday nights, then I will just try to go live like earlier in the day, or I may just have to cancel it or maybe push it to a different day. I'm not sure. We'll just kind of play it by ear. But anyways, that's why I'm late. So I appreciate you guys for waiting for me. I really, really do. Today's project is going to be fun. I do still have to weed a lot of it. Y'all, I am live on YouTube. Can I share my screen? I can share my screen. I have never been live like via YouTube Studio. So I have no idea how this works. It looks kind of similar to StreamYard though. Oh, I can edit my description box like right while we're live. Okay, that's kind of cool. I'm going to see if I can just copy and paste my other description box so that you guys can get the links. My phone is on the other side of the room. Let me see. I'm going to try to put these links in really quickly, and then y'all, I'm going to delete that other video. That was crazy. I mean, that other live. Okay. Have you guys ever used... Okay, there we go. Have you guys ever used the HTV in this way? layered the way that I'm going to show it today. I'm going to go grab my phone. Okay, my phone, I got my Stanley. I gotta change the thumbnail. Okay, there we go. I can see comments better now. Okay, I'm going to scroll. I'm going to say hello to everybody. I'm going to share my screen so that I can show you guys how to, y'all, this is almost exactly like StreamYard. Like I can have participants and everything. I don't know. I may not continue to pay for StreamYard if that's the case. Let me see what this is. Community moderation. Okay, that's just my moderators. Participants. That is the people in the chat. Okay, so no, I don't think I can like add people to the live. So that would be the biggest difference between this and StreamYard is like I don't think I can add anybody to the actual chat or like on the screen. But let me go ahead and scroll up to the top. Hey Mary Lynn. Hey Bobby. Hey Kristen. Hey Jesse and Cody. Hey Daisy. Hey Cheryl. Hey Cynthia. Hey Pamela. Hey Fern. Hey Jesse. I said Jesse twice. Hey Bobby. Hey Latanya. Hey Kelly. Hey Patrice Boo. Hey Mylene. Yes, YouTube is trying to, I think it was StreamYard was trying to take us to the journal, okay? Hey Kelly and Cheryl. Hey Paulette. Hey Arlov Landers. Creative Notions. Angelia. Rosetta. Hey Marilyn. Hey Reba. Y'all, I didn't even come on with chapstick. Hey Arlene and Jasmine. Mylene, when I went to, because somebody said they heard a small echo, so when I went to try to fix it on my iPad, it like shut the whole live down via StreamYard. Hey Nicole, no worries. Hey Martha. Who else was having technical difficulties? It wasn't just me. Technical difficulties on YouTube. Okay. All right, y'all, I've never shared my screen with YouTube before, so let's see how this goes. Hopefully, everything does not shut down again. But we are going to see. Let's do 12. Nope, that was not right. 12, 24. There we go. Okay, let me go ahead and share my screen. See, this looks almost exactly like StreamYard. Okay, so this is just a kind of little file I made, nothing too serious, but I wanted to be able to show you guys several different ways to use a couple different kinds of vinyl. So what I did was I got this little heart SVG from Creative Fabrica, and then I kind of sliced the middle out of it and I added the word love. So this file, this black and red one, is going to be the brick and the Ecostretch. And then this one is going to be the electric. So there's 3 layers for the electric. All 3 layers are going to be electric. And then this one's going to be the brick and the Ecostretch. But what I wanted to do is if you wanted to create a design like this, or you wanted to do this this hack, this method, especially when it comes to the brick and the Ecostretch one, I kind of wanted to show you how to kind of make your file so that you can cut it the way you want. Okay, so this black layer, I'm going to go ahead and move that to the side for now. Let's say this is the SVG file that you have and you want to create that faux embossed kind of look. What you're going to do is you're going to have, it's pretty simple for all of the layers, but what you want to do is you want to basically, you're going to have your item selected or your SVG selected, and then we're going to go to build contours. And we're going to go to editable contour, and we want to, it doesn't matter if you include or don't include the holes because you're going to make this offset so big that everything's going to touch anyway. Okay. And you're basically just going to go up on the offset until everything is covered and there are no holes. So it's going to be a huge offset, but the offset is the Ecostretch. That's good there. So there's no holes. You don't want any holes, anything like that. So if I go back down, you see this like white part here. You don't want that. You want it to all be nice and completely gone. So no holes. And then you just click apply. So now theoretically, the red layer is going to be the brick layer, which is the bottom layer. That's the first layer you're going to press. And then you're going to take the Ecostretch and you're going to put it on the top of the brick. And it's going to create kind of like a faux embossed look. Now, I did do it on a hat. Let me show you. I kind of didn't like how it showed up on the hat. That's why I don't want to do another one just yet until I play around with it. But it almost kind of looks like a patch in a way. So I did this with some blue brick and pink for the fuchsia Ecostretch. And do you see how it kind of raises up off the hat? And like I said, it almost just kind of looks like a patch. And you can feel it as well. And it even, you see the word designs, you see how it got all like even in the hole, right? Where the G is. It really kind of mapped out the entire design. Okay. So you can do this on pretty much anything that you can put HTV on. You can do this kind of trick. Let me share my screen again. So we can do the other one. So that's essentially, that is how you do. Thank you guys. How is the Ecostretch different from the older Siser? So the, oh, y'all, I wrote that down because I knew somebody was going to ask me that. What's the difference? Y'all, I have pages and pages of notes. I don't see it on here, but I think the formula is different. I think that's what it was the formula. I have to go through all of my notes. I got 3 different notebooks of notes, and I know I wrote that down, but I just don't remember where. I haven't organized my notes yet, but I'm actually going to ask Google. Yep, it's the formula. So Easy Weed Ecostretch uses a water-based formula, making its manufacturing process more environmentally friendly compared to the older materials that relied on chemicals. It's also a little bit more, it's more stretchier, I guess, because of the materials or the way that it's made. It makes it a little bit more stretchier. I don't know if you guys have ever used the Pure HTV. Have you guys ever used the Pure HTV? Let me stop sharing real quick. For those that have ever used the Pure HT, which is the like the eco-friendly HTV line by Siser, if you've ever used that one, it's very, very stretchy. Like, it's very stretchy. It feels like plasticky almost. It has a kind of different texture to it. That's almost kind of like how Ecostretch feels and kind of acts. It's not as stretchy, and it's not as, like, the feel of it isn't as plasticky, but it's kind of the same concept. It's supposed to be a cleaner vinyl. But basically that's what it is. But the reason why you use Ecostretch when you are doing, you can use Pure HT probably to do this as well. But the regular Easy Weed, it'll work. It's just that with the Ecostretch, because it's specifically made for things like jerseys, things that are supposed to move, things that are supposed to like shift around. Okay. If you were making a sport jersey, a cheer outfit, gymnastics outfit, anything like that, you would want to use a vinyl that has a little bit more mobility to it than something that's a little bit stiffer, because with all the moving and probably washing, I know I wash my son's jersey twice a week. And if I was using regular vinyl, I wouldn't get as much wear out of his jersey versus if I was using like the Ecostretch or something that was supposed to specifically be made for that jersey, that wear, that, the sun, the elements, all of those things. So the reason why we use Ecostretch to do this versus the Easy Weed is because when it's going in between all these little kind of like nooks and crannies and stuff to make that embossed look, it stretches a little bit easier to be able to really make the design pop. Easy Weed will do this. I've done it with Easy Weed. I have done it. It's just that it doesn't pop as much. It doesn't pop as much as the Ecostretch. Have a good night, Jesse. But you can do this. You can do this method or this hack with the regular Easy Weed. You just may not get as much definition. Okay. Let me share my screen again. We'll do the other the other file, this one over here. And then I gotta weed somewhere. I gotta weed some of this vinyl that I have cut out. And then we can get to pressing. Okay, so for this one, like I said, because I made the file, that's how I was able to kind of make the word a different color from the rest of the file. But this one is going to be the electric. Now the electric you can layer on top of itself. Okay, whereas like for this one, we're just simply putting Ecostretch straight over brick. With this one, we're layering the electric on top of each other. So we're going to have 3 different layers. I'm going to use the electric pearl, which is kind of like a white. I'm going to use the electric blue, and I'm going to use electric red. And basically what I did was I had my file, and then I just created an offset, but not as big as this one. And that's how I made that file. I cut these 3 layers, the electric. I cut them on the Easy Weed setting that was already preset in my cutting machine. This red file, which was the brick, I cut on the brick 600 setting. And then this one is the Ecostretch, and I cut that on Easy Weed as well. Hey, everybody popping in. Do you guys have any questions on that before I'm going to turn my heat press on? I'm going to use my standard press just because when I was doing this, I used my standard press, and I also used my HTV Raw Auto Press as well, and I just like the results that I was getting with the standard press. What's wrong, Martha? I don't know what's going on. In the other live before it ended, I saw somebody ask me how my vacation was, and I really enjoyed myself. I was able to, I went with my best friend. She lives in Vegas, and we just kind of met up in Miami. And of course, I was able to meet up with Patrice, and we had dinner. But I had a really nice time. We stayed at the Fontainebleau. I stayed at the Fontainebleau in Vegas before as well, and I like them both. The Fontainebleau is a really nice hotel. Have a good night, Rosalind. Hey, Coretta. I'm going to show you, once I'm done weeding, I'm going to show you, this is the electric pearl, which is white. And this is going on a blue shirt. I think I'm going to give this one away. I think I'll give both of them away as long as they press well. Also, with the electric, we're going to be using the mesh fabric to create that kind of textured effect as well. Now with this, you guys, there's a lot of different mesh fabrics out there. You want to make sure that the fabric you use is heat resistant. This can also be done with other pattern fabrics like lace. I do want to try this with lace as well. But if it has like a texture to it, you can, and it's heat resistant, 9 times out of 10, you can create that pattern or that texture in the vinyl. So this is the electric pearl. I don't even think you guys can see it. It's kind of iridescent. I don't even think the camera's picking it up really. But the pearl is like I said, it's like electric. It's shiny and it's iridescent. This is the electric blue. You can see this one a little bit better. It's shiny and it's not like metal. It doesn't have the same like, I don't know. It doesn't have the same look to it as metal does. I think metal does look like metal, and then I think electric looks more shimmery. If that makes any sense. Hey, Demps. We having problems over here today, okay? I have resided in the Jannah for today. I gave Delonda the day off, and I have taken up residence in the Jannah for today. Because we having problems, but that's all right. You guys, this blue is so pretty. And like I said, it's going on a blue shirt. I think this is going to look really good. And this is the one that's we're using the mesh with. And this is such an easy little trick to do. Like, if you don't have many like access to many different machines, this is just a cool way to kind of play up your vinyl. Y'all, I was trying to have all this stuff cut and weeded earlier today, right? Now, as you know, my kids are out of school for summer break. This is the blue. You can kind of see the electric effect on this blue a little bit more. But this is the blue. And then this one is the red. This one is also really, really pretty. Yes, definitely a Monday type of day for sure. Aurora metal. That's a good way to describe it. It's like a little bit shimmerier than metal, and it does have like an iridescent look to it for sure. Like Aurora. Aurora is like, I don't know, man. Aurora, like, I think Aurora is how you describe Aurora. I don't know how else to describe it. It's in a category all on its own. It's like one of those things, like when you say it, you just know what it is. But that is the red. And then I gotta weed this brick. Y'all, I hate weeding brick. I will say, I love brick. I hate weeding it. And it's a lot. It's a lot of little cuts. I hate weeding brick. It's probably my least favorite to weed. Out of everything, brick is my least favorite. But I love how it looks. And also when you're doing this, because I got yellow brick, right? I have yellow brick going under red Ecostretch and it's going on a red shirt. But you're not going to see the yellow at all. So when you're doing this, it doesn't matter what color your brick is. Whatever you have on hand. Now, I'm not sure. I know in certain with certain kinds of vinyl, like different colors cost more or less depending on what the color is. I'm not sure if that also rings true for brick. Like if the standard black and white is a different price than like the neon yellow or the neon pink. If that's the case, then I guess, you know, obviously because it's going to go underneath something, you would want to get the cheaper one. Or if you can find it on sale. Like when I was talking to Stephanie about this hack, when she was showing it to me, she said that she was using, they had some green brick that was on sale because they were discontinuing it. And so she said that she only uses that green brick to do this because she got it for really cheap. What is going on? What do you guys, what do you mean you lost the live video? It's like glitching or something? That is so crazy. I don't know. And you know what's crazy is that I did almost cancel tonight and I was like, no, let me go ahead and go live. Maybe I should have just was like, nah, I don't know. Y'all, it's like I said, I told y'all I gave Delonda the day off, okay, from the Jenna. I have taken up residence in the Jenna for today. Clearly. Maybe it's my settings. I don't know. Let me check something real quick. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know, y'all. I'm still weeding this brick. But yeah, anyways, that's what Stephanie said that she did. She said that she just grabbed a whole bunch of brick that was, like I said, being discontinued. So if you go to, I can't remember where she said she got it from exactly. But places like, if you've ever been to like the wholesale places like Aviva Wholesale or places like that that have, you know, the large quantities of vinyl, if you see that something is being discontinued and they may possibly have it, they may give it to you at a discounted price. if you can find it. Because I've actually, the green brick that she showed me, I've never seen it before. But I want to keep playing with this method to try to, you know, make it look as much like a patch as possible. Hey, Eve. Aviva definitely don't have it. Oh, they don't have brick at all? Dang. I don't shop there. That was just the only warehouse I've ever physically been to. I went to the one in Chicago like 4 years ago. I said I was one of these days I'll go to Atlanta Vinyl. Whenever I go to Atlanta, I never have a reason to go to Atlanta. Like I don't know anybody who lives there. They don't have a beach, so I'm not really, you know, I don't really care to vacation there. Do people vacation to Atlanta? Mm. All right, I'm about done. Nope, lied. Psych, haha. This is gonna be so cute. But this is the brick. I gotta weed out this little flower right here. I'm sorry if it keeps kicking y'all out. I'm sorry. It's the advertisements. That's what I was saying. Maybe it's my settings. Okay. I just changed the settings. When I go live on StreamYard, do you guys get ads then too? I have YouTube Premium, because I hate the ads too. So like whenever I'm watching a live, I actually never see the ads on videos. What's funny is that my channel, like when I'm watching other people's, I have the YouTube Premium, so I never see any ads. But like if I'm watching a video on one of my kids' account, like the other day, I was logged. Xavier had logged into his YouTube account on my TV when I was out of town. So when I got back into town, I was watching a YouTube video on my TV, and it was just already signed into his account. When I turned on the video, like 3 minutes in, there was an ad, and I was like, "What is this?" I immediately logged out of his account and logged back into mine because yeah, it annoys me too. So okay, so if you've never seen this many ads during a live, it has to be because I'm live on YouTube versus StreamYard. That has to be the difference. Okay, so note, if you go live on YouTube versus StreamYard, y'all see way more ads. Noted. But I just changed the ad setting to very low, so hopefully that kind of takes it away. So it's not as much. I'm not even gonna attempt to turn on my iPad again because yeah, no, that's what kicked me out last time. So we're gonna have to use my laptop, but you guys can still see, right? You never had ads watching me. Okay, so yeah. Then to me, that means that it's because I went live on YouTube versus StreamYard. I think that's the difference. Because I'm actually live like through the YouTube platform right now. And you guys are saying you're getting a bunch of ads. So it has to be because I'm live on YouTube versus StreamYard. Okay, let's do the brick first. Um, I want to give these away, but I don't know how because I'm live on YouTube. And I can't do the comment picker. So here's what I'll do. When I go live next week, I'll give these away on next week's live. Hopefully all the technical difficulties will be fixed. I want everybody to get a fair shot to win in the giveaway. So I'll make the shirts tonight. I won't give them away tonight because I'm live on YouTube. There's ads, there's people getting kicked out, all that stuff. So I'll hold on to these shirts until next Monday when I can do my regular live on StreamYard, and then I'll give them away then. Okay? So hopefully nobody has any issues. But I'm lining up my brick on the shirt. Y'all know I gotta line it up on the table because I can't see. Okay. Now when I lined this up, I did line it up just a little bit lower because keep in mind we have to layer the Ecostretch on top of it. And the Ecostretch sits wider. Okay? So I'm going to go ahead and press. This is going to be pressed at 305 for 5 seconds. Another thing I recently learned is that tack down, I keep wanting to say tack down stitches, okay? Not tack down stitches, but tack down presses. Tack down presses with Siser materials only take 2 to 5 seconds. Whereas before, I was pressing things for 10 seconds, 15 seconds, 20 seconds to tack them down. With the Siser materials, they only, especially the Ecostretch, the Ecostretch only takes 2 seconds to tack it down. The brick takes 5. Now, if this is your one and only press it at the normal 15 seconds. But if you just need to tack it down to layer something on top of it, for brick, tack down is 5 seconds. For Ecostretch, tack down is 2 seconds. And it's a brick is a cool peel as well. All right, so here is our first layer. This is, let me turn on my ring light so y'all can see. So here's the yellow. This is like a neon yellow, but hopefully you guys can kind of see the brick kind of raising up off the shirt. It doesn't puff, it just raises up, kind of elevates it a little bit. And this is an extra large. It's a red extra large. Now, this is the red Ecostretch that's going to go right on top of it. So I gotta make sure it's nice and lined up. Okay, this is still going to be 305 for 2 seconds. I think this is crooked. I may have to redo it to give it away. It is crooked. That's all right. I'll redo it. Okay, so that was the tack down. Now let me show you what it looks like before the final press. You can't really see anything. It's on there, but it's not. Okay, this is what it looks like before. You remove the carrier sheet, which already happened. And then you're going to take some parchment paper, Teflon. I would do parchment. And then I'm going to press it again for 10 seconds. That looks so cool. Y'all cannot see that. I know y'all can't see that. I'm trying to find an angle so you guys can see it. Maybe I have to create a shadow. Maybe get close. Okay, there we go. Can you see it a little bit? Hopefully you guys can see it. I can't tell if you can or can't. But it is kind of raised up off the shirt. I will take a picture and put it in my community tab. Again, I'm on StreamYard. Sorry, y'all. But, I'm not on StreamYard. I'm on YouTube. But it looks, again, like a tone-on-tone kind of situation. It looks cool. I know it don't look like much on the screen, but it does look cool. All right, now we're gonna do, this one is a large. Let me turn this around so y'all can see better. I'm going to do the pearl first. That's our first layer. I think this is going to look so good. All right, because this is the Ecostretch, we only have to do a 2-second tack down. So 305 for 2 seconds. I don't want my camera to keep shaking, so I'm actually gonna move y'all over here. Sorry, y'all. One day I will get a studio where I don't have to move y'all around, but until I hit the lottery. Sorry, we in the Jenna. All right, I'm gonna do a 2-second tack down. And then I know y'all somebody's going to ask me, why do I hold my top? And it's because every time I don't hold my top, it makes my desk like jump, and I hate that. This is a hot peel, so that's why I hold it. This is the blue going on top next. When I get my she shed built, my countertops will be installed. So I'm gonna have my desks. They'll be like mounted onto the wall, and then my countertops will be mounted on the countertops. The countertops will be mounted on the cabinets. Kind of like in a kitchen, I'll have lower kitchen cabinets with like granite countertops. So everything will be like bolted down. Oh, this is gonna be so cute. All right, I'm layering the red on top of the blue and the white. Again, we're still doing the 2 seconds for each layer. Because I'm still gonna do the mesh for the 10 seconds. Okay, so here is the electric so far. I haven't done the mesh yet. Okay, so you can kind of see the pearl on this one. Oh, yeah, you can see the pearl over here. The white is the electric pearl, then the electric blue, and the electric red. This is what it looks like before I do the mesh. For my members, if you guys want this file, let me know. It's just a little something I created. I didn't think y'all would like this file. But if you want me to put it in the members tab, let me know. Okay. Let me double check to make sure that the mesh is in my description box. Okay, so yep, it is linked in my description box, the mesh. Again, when you're doing this, make sure you check your mesh to make sure that it is heat resistant. So I got a nice big piece. I think it was I don't know, it might be a yard, I'm not sure. This is the only little piece that I cut from it, but it was a nice size piece. So I'm just gonna cut a piece off. The other piece, you can reuse this multiple times. The other piece I cut was just too small because I did it for a youth shirt. But you can reuse this over and over and over. As long as you don't like burn, shred, or tear up the mesh, you can reuse it. So you can cut off one piece, and I can do 100 shirts with this one piece. As long as, like, again, I don't tear it, rip it. I think the edges might start to fray a little bit as you use it more and more. But you can use it as many times as you need to until it starts to deteriorate. You are literally just going to put the mesh right on top. Still put the parchment paper because you don't want to mess up your vinyl. And then this is going to be your 10-second press. I'm going to change this to 10 seconds. I'm still at 305, like medium pressure. Okay, I'll add it to the community tab, the members community tab. Oh my gosh. That looks amazing. That is so cool. I love this. And I hope the camera picks it up. That is so cool. And like I said, you can do this with whatever fabric you have. You can do this with lace. If you have a piece of lace that you want to do this with, whatever you have, mesh, lace, I don't know what else. I don't know fabrics like that for real. Um, but anything that's like patterned, it'll do this on the electric. I think that is so freaking cool. I love that. I love that. That's so cool. Let me see if I can get you guys to see the brick over here. This is right in front of my window, so it seems to be a little bit more light. No, not really. I wonder why it's not like, maybe because it's tone on tone. I don't know. All right, let's go on over to my desk. Yo, that's all I pretty much have for today. I didn't plan on being on here late. I just got on here late. Let's see. I will take a picture of both of these and I will put them in the community tab so you guys can see the pictures. Because the camera is not picking this up like at all. It is not doing it justice at all. I'm not about to keep trying with this. I'm not about to keep fooling with this. But that's that one. And then this one, you can definitely see this one. I love how this came out. And I love this on the blue shirt. I think this looks so cool. And then all the vinyls are and the fabric are in the description box. But like I said, I will give these shirts away, both of them. I just won't do it today only because a lot of people keep getting kicked out of the live. And I just want everybody. Also, I'm not even on StreamYard, so I can't do the comment picker as well. So I will hold on to these shirts until next week's live. Hopefully we don't have any issues on next week's live. And then whatever we do next week, I'll probably have a giveaway. I typically do a giveaway almost every Monday. And then I will also give away these shirts so that everybody, like I said, can kind of have a fair chance. I don't want anybody to get kicked out and then not be able to participate in the giveaway. Okay. Too many technical difficulties going on today. So, but you guys, do y'all have any questions on these? Because this was all I had planned for today. I might do a hat next week. I don't know. I don't know. It's like it's picking up this one. The camera is picking up the pink, but it's not picking up the red. I don't know if it has something to do with I don't know if it has something to do with the color. Maybe it's just having a hard time picking up the red. I'm not for sure. I don't know. Maybe we'll do a hat next week and I'll give away a hat. We'll see. I don't know. But that's all I have for tonight, you guys. I appreciate y'all for coming back after I got kicked out. I had to come back. I'm probably gonna delete that first live altogether, but this was quick, less than an hour. It's like 59 minutes. But I will see you guys next week. You guys have a good rest of your week. Baseball is starting for me, so hopefully, well, I mean, he's been playing baseball all year, but this is like the real league. Not the real league. This is the competitive league, let's say that. So the other two leagues he played in, they were not as competitive as this league is. This league cost them cost the most. They travel the furthest, so we do have to go to Cedar Point or we have to go to Ohio in August. But yeah. Thank you guys. Thank you. Thank you. Can I see them again? Sure. The red one, for some reason, it seems to not be picking up, but I can try to show you. Like I said, I'll post pictures. just kind of picking it up now. But this is kind of like the faux embossed. It's tonal and tone. The color of the vinyl is pretty close to the color of the shirt. That may have something to do with it as well. Cody, the mesh link is in my description box. It says mesh fabric. And then this is the electric that I did with the mesh. So it's 3 different electrics. Electrics you can layer on top of each other. It does not have to be knocked out. Also, I found out that you can layer puff on strip flock. Y'all think I'm not gonna try it? I'm definitely gonna try it. I think strip flock is the only thing you can layer puff on top of, because I've always, like when I layer it with glitter, I always knock it out. But no, you can layer puff right on top of strip flock. Yep. I'm going to be trying it soon. Strip flock is that vinyl that kind of feels like suede. Like the rhinestone flock, but HTV versus the sticky flock. Yeah, I'll be trying that at some point as well. But yeah, I will see you guys next week. Hopefully you guys have a good rest of your night. You guys have a good rest of the week. I'll probably be seeing you guys in the chats of some other. I may try to go to live tomorrow, like during the day. Patrice goes live at like 7:30. I may go on at 3, maybe 3. We'll see. All right. I don't even know how to end the stream on YouTube. Hold on, let me find the end button because it's not at the top. It's not at the top. Okay, here it is. Okay, good night, y'all.